Now we need to set up a hopper hawk to pick up these items. I need to be able to reach all of the altars. And the only ones I've put down are these. These first 4, but I want to be able to reach all of them. I'm probably going to need more than one hopper hawk. So we'll need to get a hopper hawk. And for now, I'm just going to do a chest. Even for redstoners, it's cool to get something working. Oh, good. Good. Because I tell you, I spent... I've spent about 3 hours trying to figure out how to do wireless redstone. I went into the Botania Discord and asked them, and Vasky didn't give me a whole lot of information, but I got some help from Vasky to get that done. So yeah. Probably need 4. Well, 1 hopper hawk reaches 21 cubed area. So I'm not sure. Let's grab a chest. We're gonna do that for now. I need to make a crystal cube. Crystal cube. Dreamwood, Alpha Glass, Spark. We're almost out of spark, so I have to make some more here pretty soon. Dreamwood, Alpha Glass. Crystal cube. I think we have another comparator because we're going to need that. We're going to grab quite a few of the earth runes we have here. We'll just leave 1. All right. I do not have that automated yet, Warlord, my giant mushroom farm. I won't be using frames, Darkwing. Or, I'm not gonna be using item frames. I'm gonna be using my storage drawers that I have installed. So the runes will have, the hopper hawks will just go into a controller or a slave, depending if they're too far away, into a central storage network right here. But for right now, it's just a chest. And this is pretty much in the middle, so I kind of wanted to put it, it could be a double chest eventually. Kind of wanted to put it here and see how far you reach. Let's find out. That's pretty decent. It's not far enough. So I will need more than 1. Let's move you to here so that you get a little bit more coverage, but we are going to have to move it because in case the runes fly off a little further, I want to make sure to cover the entire area. But right now this is enough area to cover the 1 rune we're working with. And for now we are going to put what we want picked up on it. Okay, so this Corporea crystal cube, we'll need to go down in the 2nd level. And we want to work into this block. I don't want to get too much bigger than this space because I am going to have 16 of these all around. So I don't want to get too wide. I can go long, I just don't want to get wide. So we'll go this way. 2, 3, 4. That's probably going to be 32 runes, and it might be enough. Alright, so... Oops. Step number 1. This is standard recipes. Step number 1, we need a storage corporeal spark on here. And make sure it's connected. Okay. Well, actually, that's not true. Some of the Botania recipes have been changed to be more complicated. Storage cube. Spark is already on it for the storage network. We need to make sure it connects. It does. I forgot a comparator. We don't make there aren't any elevators. No elevators. Comparator. No elevator. Well, I mean, that's not true. I can use these luminizers. But I don't know where I'm going to have the stairway or whatever for this, so... Alright. Comparator, going this way. Boop, boop, boop. And we're going to configure you to Runes of Earth. It says there are 0. Oh, yeah. I know you can make them in vanilla. Alright. And we'll put the ones we have in here. And see what it does. There's almost a stack. That stops it. Woohoo! It still gives a pretty high signal strength. So it's only gonna hold like 1, 2, 4. Yeah, we need to make this go further. Alright. We need to make this go... distance. Go the distance. That gives us a signal strength of 1 by there. Yep, that's good. I did not look into the subtract mode. Just so you know, with crystal cubes, if you right click, or if you left click, you get 1. If you shift left click, you get all of them. Or you get a stack. It gives you a stack. Which we don't have a whole stack, so that's why it gave us all of them. Whoops. Yeah, the crystal cube outputs a signal strength based on how many are in the system, and I don't want to fiddle with that because that's how I understand it, and the whole point is that I understand it. Alright, so this should be off. I believe our last thing, other than cleaning that floor up so that it, we need to do this floor too, but making it so we can walk around it and whatnot, is making the hovering hourglass that is going to be our timer for when we're low on earth runes. Currently we're only going to need 1 earth rune every 5 minutes for our thermal lilies. That's what we're currently needing earth runes for. And I think depending, let's make a lens while we're up here to speed the spreader up. But if we do we have any empty lenses in here? No. Let's grab, we need regular glass and mana steel for the lens. We need potency. Efficiency is not a good idea. It will shorten the distance, and because we're already so far away, I don't want to make it a compound lens with efficiency as well. Potency will send larger mana bursts. Efficiency makes them go shoot more frequently. Lenses. Potency doubles the amount of mana a burst can carry. Oh, this shortens it. This one shoots it faster. Efficiency decreases the amount of time it takes for the mana burst to start losing. No. So we would want maybe velocity. Increase the speed at which a mana burst travels, but not only does the beam start to lose its mana a lot faster, it can also carry a bit less. I think potency might be what we want. Do we have one glass pane? No, and I don't know if it's not called glass pane, so let's find out. Request. I still don't have any. Okay, so we need 6 of you. And then we need 4 mana steel ingots. I spelled it wrong. 4 mana steel. There we go. Alright. And then what was... Give me... Do we have a space for glass? And then I'm gonna put lenses, or panes there. Which one was potency? I think it was air. Fire. It's fire! Let's grab a fire rune. Make a potency lens and hope that we didn't just shorten the distance too far so that it can't actually reach our setup. Alright. I know we were going to do something else, but let's see. Are we good? We're still good. I don't see the dot saying it's as far as it can go. So now it'll send larger bursts. So that's fine, unless this is causing an interference. Nope, we're still good. Okay, good. And then what was the other thing we're gonna do? Oh, the hourglass. The hourglass. This challenge, it uses so much gold, and I have not gone mining in a long time. How much gold do we have? 2 blocks. Yeah. Alright, so the other things we need for the hourglass. I don't think I have mana glass accessible. No. I do have you, so let's get the mana glass. May need to invest in a rail line to the more distant. Well, actually, I just need to stop being lazy and kill a wither so I can kill a Gaia so I can get the flugel tiara and I can fly. Am I planning to automate gold or iron? I currently can. I've got automated mining. I just have it turned off because it uses a lot of mana and I don't have really good mana generation sources. This is my mine. This orchid uses a lot of mana to convert stone blocks in its vicinity to anything you can mine underground at the same percentage that you can find it underground. So if I could afford to run this orchid a lot, I would. I could also make an iron golem farm for iron. That is definitely a possibility. I could make a zombie pigman farm. That's a possibility as well. Both of those things could be automated. Granted, the zombie pigman farm would be AFK automated. I wouldn't be able to like actually automate that. I think that's the can you dupe gold? It doesn't look like you can dupe it. So yeah, we can only get golden nuggets from zombie pigmen. So yeah, there we go. There's your automation stuff. Need to be able to make a bunch more mana in order to run automated mining. That's pretty much the gist of it. Alright, so we made the hourglass. I would like to have it a 2-minute timer. So we need 2 pieces of soul sand. Yeah, there's easy chunk loading. There's chicken chunks, chunk loaders in here. I'm actually relatively near spawn. I could build it in spawn and not use a chunk loader at all. I'm pretty close to spawn. Alright. Hourglass, which we're going to swap out the block under it. 2 minutes. It is now a 2-minute timer. We're gonna lock it so I don't accidentally take it out. But because it doesn't have a block here, it can't request anything. It can't craft. Woo! I feel so happy about this. That I have my first rune automated, and it is fully automated with an overflow protection to turn it off when we are done. There is still one thing we need to do, but that will come once I figure it out. It's not going to be that much lag if I did it in Spawn Chunks Warlord. Again, this is a single player, and so I don't expect it to generate a ton of iron. It would be just one of the basic ones, the old Doc M77 one with the like what, 12 villagers in the one thing. So okay, back to what this needs still. This setup connected to here, I think, is where it will be. I need to set it up so that it does not, well actually it's probably for this piston, so maybe we'll have to go down a little further. Dig down into a second level. I need it to detect with these crystal cubes items in the network and not request crafting when I'm out of something. So if I'm out of brown mushrooms, or if I'm out of stone, or if I'm out of mana powder, it needs to not try to request, because otherwise it will pull everything but that and I'll get a broken, the runic altar will just have a ton of items in it. So I still need to do a resource check before it crafts. But right now, since it's not currently crafting, and I know I have at least a stack of supplies, this is cool. We will have to set up a way of turning this off via this block if the resources are low. So like I said, since there's not space between here and here, I'll probably go down to set up the resource check. And it will probably simply be a line of crystal cubes into an OR gate? Or is it an AND gate? It needs to be off. It needs to be off if any of them are out. So it's this, or this, or this, or this, or this. If any of those light up, it needs to turn off. So I think that's an OR gate. Which I have something in my head that I believe is an OR gate. So those aren't, that to me isn't as complicated. But yeah. So we'll do that and it'll go into this block. Because this is the block that controls the torch, that controls the on-off. Which I'm so glad this is a nice simple on-off for me to be able to mess with. But yeah, that is what we're going to do once I figure that step out. And we'll have to set things like that up all over the base. You know, like with our flower, in our... So we've got, I'm coming up with weird names. We've got the Runic Altar Arena. So this is the Rune Arena. The Rune Arena! Oh, that sounds terrible. But this is the Rune Arena. And then we've got Petal Hall. Here's Petal Hall here, where we're crafting petals. And I have a whole bunch of entities floating around here. I still haven't gotten the shut off set up for this, so I've got a bunch of flowers that are just growing, breaking, and then despawning. Yeah. I really should just throw voids in here for now, but I haven't. And then over here is the generating flower area that I don't have a name for yet. That is crafting these flowers. Yeah, what is my... I don't know. I don't think the mod is in here to check TPS. Yeah, I don't think so. But, yeah. We're keeping a huge supply of these. I could change that. And instead of using a comparator to check the chest, I could use the crystal cubes that we just used there and put it somewhere in this vicinity to carry a less supply of these. It is wasting mana, but because the cost of running a Jaded Amaranthus is so low, I'm currently not concerned with that. But yeah. So we've got our empty buckets. Oh, good. So we haven't lost any buckets. There was at one point where I lost all my buckets of water. This is my water filling station. Yeah, it doesn't really eat into my mana level. Yeah. Woo! Yep, we're good. We've got water buckets. My place is a maze intentionally. I wanted it to be maze-like, which is why we're living underground and why we're building into existing cave systems. Because I wanted it to be maze-like. I enjoy having my base all spread out this time. I have done close quarters bases before, but yeah. Let's see here. Do we have a winter rune? No. How much cake do we have? 5. We should make a winter rune and run the Spectralus. Which is our wool. I'm pretty sure we have enough wool. So what do we need for winter? Water, earth, snow, wool, cake, the 2 ices, which we also have to automate all of that stuff. Ice, ice, snow, wool, cake, ice, packed ice, 1 snow, 1 wool, the other snow, a cake, and then what runes was it? Water and earth. Oh, Nuggets, you terrible, terrible, terrible meme guy. Alright, and then let's run it. I don't know why I put it in there when I could have just loaded the runic altar. Since I'm just making the 1. Okay. Alright, let's grab you and we'll put these 2 back. -5 cool points for singing Vanilla Ice. Exactly! Alright, so we have the winter rune, and then we also need... Nope, I didn't want to double click you. Air. Okay, we have a lot of crap in our inventory again. But let's get this started. I need a seed. Oh, we're out of seeds up here. Need seeds. There we go. And we'll put the runes in there that we need. We need pixie dust. Are we going to be able to hold all of the supplies? Now we will. Alright, so we need 2 of you, 2 of you. Alright. Where did my seeds? Oh, I double clicked and put it away. There we go. Alright, let's go get our Spectralist running. Because I'm pretty sure these are... Yep. Let's get our Spectralist running. There we go. There it is. Woo! Now, as I mentioned, the Spectralist makes a lot of mana. I have made 11 mana pools of mana, but I've only made like 8 Spectralists. And I will be automating them as well eventually, but the rune crafting and the farms that are required to make that rune are up there. There's a lot of process for that. We're trying to work things in stages. But yeah, 11 mana pools so far from that one. How are we doing here? 30 from the hydrangeas, 109 from the endoflames, and 24 from the thermalilies. That is all we have. These 3 we have automated. This one to the most point, this one fully automated. This one we're getting there. We need those runes. Then I don't know which one we're working towards. Maybe the... See, I can't use the Rosa Arcana unless I'm running the Orchid, and the Orchid is expensive. Or unless I have mob farms running, which I haven't. I can't move spawners, and I didn't really want to make a dark room spawner. And I haven't looked at the rest of these. We might make the Gormarillus next. I would like to do the Munch too. Let's look at these again. Gormarillus flower needs a tier 3 rune. It needs summer, but we're going to be making fire next. What farms do I need for this? Oh, we'll need to make the air rune. We have earth, so that's good. We'll need to do automating everything for the air rune. So we have a long way to go. I can get sand. We can do slime balls from cactus. I need to make a melon farm yet. We'll need to convert terracotta to red sand. We'll need to get terracotta, which means I'll need to set up a clayconia farm, which the clayconia takes sand and converts it to clay balls. So then we'll need to craft it into clay blocks and then smelt the clay blocks into terracotta. So I have a skelly spawner that I can already AFK at, and I just make a Rosa Arcana when I AFK there. It's a skelly spawner and a zombie spawner in proximity, so I'm able to get everything I need for leather and bones and arrows, which I don't need anymore, when I AFK there. So I just make a Rosa Arcana and go there. But this will run for an hour, so we'll get probably another mana pool's worth of mana in the next hour. Woo! Yes, spawners are slow. I agree. At this point, I have no use for the like 12 stacks of bones that I currently have, because this is full. I'm not using it. So when I need it, yep, we're going to be needing to generate it. The next thing I'm going to need to generate probably is gunpowder. We're going to need to do a gunpowder farm. And the options are with Botania is to do flint, make a flint farm, which I have in my test world. I can show you that. It looks really cool. just taking gravel, which we can get from the orchid we have down here, the special orchid. If I can figure out how to keep this water here without it going away, which I might just have to do a dispenser like I do the lava here, this orchid petrum gives me gravel. Not very fast, but it does. And then you can take the gravel, turn on the alchemy catalyst, and throw the flint in there, and it turns into gunpowder. So, yeah. With the plan to make lots of mushrooms. Well, we need mushrooms. We need mushrooms for this rune. That's the whole reason we were working on that. And I don't have it automated yet. That's okay with me. Let me show you what I've been playing with as for flint. Gravel to flint to gunpowder. All right, and it is over here. Four Ounce will be proud of me. I've got a force relay. He says I need to learn about force relays. I don't know a whole lot about force relays, but this particular setup is from a tree farm I saw, and I was like, hey, I could do that for what I need. All right, so what we've got here. Let's see, where will let's clear our inventory a bit. Got any empty chests? No. There we go. Okay, so we need to grab some gravel. And what it does, and we're just going to chuck it here. And it got picked up and got dropped onto this Ranuncarpus. This Ranuncarpus is placing it on the Livingrock, and the tiny planet catches mana bursts and spins them around. It creates gravity around it. And the mana burst it's grabbing is from here. So this has got a bore lens and I don't remember what other lens. Potency, I think? The one that'll allow it to break more than 6 blocks at a time. I don't remember. I'll have to pull it off to look. But so the Ranuncarpus just places the gravel, and this grabs every couple of seconds. Every 10 seconds, a mana burst fires and it breaks the gravel. So we know that every once in a while, flint. Hey! My apologies. Hermes has decided to try to knock everything off of my vanity, so I've got makeup brushes and stuff all over the floor now. Okay. So back to this. The flint gets broken, and every once in a while it'll drop a flint. And when it drops a flint, it gets picked up. Alright. So that's the way that works. And it will just keep picking up the gravel if it just gets gravel, and keep recycling it until it becomes flint. When we get the flint, we can take it and drop it into a mana pool like I showed you with an alchemy catalyst, convert it to gunpowder. And I'm wondering now, I would like to know if I can do like shift U or something to view uses while I'm in cheat mode. Can we dupe you? No, it doesn't look like it. Nope. We can convert it back to flint. Not that we would want to. So yeah, we need it for this. This is the rune we're going to work on next. We need to be able to get nether brick, gunpowder, and nether wart. We have a nether wart farm. Yeah, I can do UNR Warlord, but not when I'm in cheat mode. In cheat mode, it just gives me one. Or it writes it down here. I've just... whatever. I'm not an expert at Minecraft. I play because it's fun. So yeah. Okay, so... I like my world here. My test world. All these butterflies. Do you have a way to generate netherrack? Yes. Netherrack. We have an orchid ignum. No, I need R, not you. We can dupe it for one. For cheap. Real little mana usage to dupe it. Which is what I can do, but I can also make it. It's at a low percentage chance. For every 64 stone, I have a 2 chance of getting 2. So, I will likely dupe it. Like I'm doing for coal. And then smelt it. Which I will need to set up my automation for smelting too. Yeah! All right. Okay. The reason that 4 ounce said I need to learn about force... Ooh, what's going on here? This should not have dead bushes. It should have made... Are you not bound anymore? Did something break on you when I was having that problem? Let's take you out and figure out what's happened here. Are you not bound to the storage network anymore? You are. Why have you not made... Haven't we not requested any hydrangeas? For at least 10 minutes. That's why there's 2 of them that are dead. Well, we'll come back in about 5 minutes, because that's how long that timer is, and see if it has placed any. Because I wonder if that's just the time, the time that these weren't working, when we found that they weren't working, how long it took for me to discover that. Because it's working now. They're connected now. Okay. Down here. Because back to 4 ounce, he suggested, 4 ounce scoop said, I need to learn about force relays for this. That there's a way, likely a way for me to use far less mana spreaders, which makes sense. Far less mana spreaders and be able to automate this a bit better. I think this is pretty, the way it is. But I can totally see how having less mana spreaders would be an intelligent step as well. I know, Warlord, that you were wondering, you had a vanilla mushroom placer. You had a vanilla mushroom placer. You don't need a vanilla mushroom placer for this because I have a Ren and Carpus, which works as a hand. If we break this one, and we drop a mushroom near it, it's going to place it in a block that we've defined, which we've defined it as podzol. So it's only going to place it on a podzol block. So there's my placing already. I just need to set up a dropping system to drop these. But I've also noticed that as it breaks the big mushrooms, if one drops near the Ren and Carpus, it'll pick it up and plant it for me. So, yep. How are we doing? We've gained by 2 since we started the stream. And those 2 were in this tunnel farm setup. So slow. Yeah. That's why I made this, because this was like, oh, this will not happen fast enough. And that's not need to be there. Yep. Nah, that's not bad at all. It's not really that bad at all. Not worried. Currently really not worried because I'm running it by hand. I will worry about it, the whole setup, when I go to automate this. Currently it's only half automated, and so I'm okay with just coming down here with a stack of bone meal and growing a bunch of brown mushrooms. I've got 3 stacks in here, so I'm not concerned right now with running out of mushrooms. Mushrooms take a bit to grow from what I remember. Yeah, spread growth, mushroom growth by spread, which is what these 2 farms are, take a very, very long time. This one, bone meals, this one grows, let me turn it on because it's cool. This one, and I've just got it. I probably won't grow in the 7 that I have in here. Oh, there he goes. This one gets broken this way. And then that one will get broken. Come on. Oh, it probably won't because I took the timer out. So there we go. There we go. So yeah. I have some more work to do on this, but it's pretty and it serves its purpose for now. I do end up occasionally getting an infestation spore. That's not a big deal to me because I get like maybe 1 every couple of mushrooms. So yeah, I'm not worried about this right now. That gave us 20. Almost 20 mushrooms, that one mushroom. So I only need to come down here and do that every once in a while right now. So yeah. How does those work? What specifically? How does what work? You want to know how this works? I think you guys need to try to realize that when I read your stuff, I may be already 10 minutes, may already be way beyond. Oh, infestation spores? You place them on dirt and they create mycelium in a 7x7 area. And then of course this will spread. That's how I have grass down here. I didn't have to bring it down from the surface or anything. I just used a seed. This is vivid grass, which is another type of seed that you can make with Botania, so it makes this really bright green. Don't I have blue somewhere? Now I have vivid again over with the flower creation. What the blue I wanted to make in the runic altar area. Infused. Or the mutated. Which one? Hi, Sansu. So I like these 2. This one does a purple with yellow flecks in it, sort of like flowers. And the infused is kind of a teal color and gives off like sparkles that like what come off of the mana pools, the little blue sparkles that come off of mana pools, kind of that look. You're missing out. Botania is the best mod ever. But I'm thinking about using the fiery ones this way toward the nether portal. And that would be the scorched. It's red grass that gives off fire particles. And it doesn't burn you. It just looks like the earth is on fire. Omega lol. Hey, come on. I love Botania. Why do you think I picked a pack where I get to just do Botania all the time? Is this able to get... Yep. We have a flaw that I need to fix. I'm not going to do it now. But the flaw is with the output line from the mana pools. Here's our chunk loader. If you know, I have it coming out way down there and going in 4 directions. That way, that way, that way, and that way. Well, the direction that way is still way too... It's within range of these mana pools. So when it slaps on the recessive spark on this line, it's sending it back up to the battery and not further this way. Okay? So what I need to do is make that direction line come off of one of these 2 going this way, so that it's not directly underneath the battery. So I will probably, because I need mana over there, I'll probably take the line that's going this way, and the first interchange, I will make one going that way as well. So I will need to fix that. I have not fixed that, and it's, you know, it's not super high on my priority list right now. The only thing that is being provided mana from that direction is my crafting up there. And they look like they're not running very often right now, so I'm not worried. I did make a bulk amount of runes over here. I made 30 earth and fire so that we could run more thermal lilies. We have 25 of each left to make the thermal lilies that are running here. So we've got that going. Yay. I need to put that back in my... There we go. Okay. Let me look at my to-do list. Gotta stay organized. Rune of Earth, done. On off for Livingrock. Oh, that. Does the loader work with redstone? No idea how the chunk loader works. Alright, so let's see here. What I need to do for this is detect how full this is. And when it's reached the almost full state, it needs to turn the farm off by push that piston. Needs to extend when it's off. So this one right now is just manual. I just come in and flip the switch and let it run a while, and then when I see Livingrock just floating around here not going anywhere, then I flip the switch again and turn it off. So we need a remote comparator, because a comparator, we need to actually put, oops. Didn't mean to do that. Let's go further away. We need to put the upgrade so that it's redstone. Oh, then I have a problem with that hopper, the hopper hawk again. What do we do about that? Might need to use a remote container. Yep, I think we'll have to do a remote container. The problem we had with... this is 1.12 Minecraft, this version for mods. Vanilla Minecraft is at 1.13. And it's going to be a long while yet before mods will be available for 1.13, because Forge, the thing that allows you to add mods to the game, is getting a complete rewrite. So Forge is not ready. When Forge is ready, we'll be able to do mods again. And my coffee is cold. Let's go grab the redstone box. Yeah, and 1.14 vanilla is in development. You are correct. All right. Let's put... Where are you? I hear you. Where are you? There you are. Can you come down? Or are you too big? I have slimes everywhere. Everywhere. Do I have a... I don't have a sign. Do I happen to have a sign in the network? No. I like to put signs down when I find slimes so that they're easier to deal with when I need slimes. Because I'm going to need to make a slime farm to run the Narslimus. But that's a slime here. I wonder if he spawned in that chunk, because he was right there, or if he traveled from here into that chunk to try to get me. Anyway, let's grab the redstone. This room is new. Which room? Sansu? The one I was just in? The Rune Arena? It's gonna be stuck. It's just gonna be Rune Arena. Rune Arena! Yeah, the cave glass. This was a crystal cave. I haven't gone up there to take those down. So I just decided to shape it better and turn it into where I'm gonna be doing all of my automated rune crafting. You missed the beginning of the stream. We actually set up the earth rune all automated. We've got some of the redstone and corporea in here and some of it up here. It does sound funny. Rune Arena! Yep. So, I have a bunch of space for farms and whatnot yet, because we have so much of that to do. I'm terrible at redstone, Sansu. Terrible at it. Absolutely terrible. You know, while we're here, let's rebind you. For some reason, this unbinds between powering it on and off. That needs to be off. And we need to turn you on. We'll make some blocks. So yeah, this water tends to just disappear. And I know I've mentioned this in like 3 streams now, but if someone could tell me why it disappears, let me know why it disappears. It is not in contact with anything, and the source is up 3 blocks up there. It's not in contact with any lava, it just disappears. It is all in the same chunk. It's all in that chunk back there. So it's not like a chunk separation thing. But yeah, I don't know why it goes away. I don't know. Because I even had it, like I said, with a refilling source, and these 2 disappeared. And it's just, what? What? I don't know. Alright. And I think I'm just stalling for time. We're gonna pause here and feed the cats, because they're gonna be, you know, the alarm's gonna go off in 6 minutes anyway. And if Hermes has any say, he'd be happier too if I fed him now. So I'm gonna feed the cats, give me around 5 minutes. And when I come back, we're gonna set up the detection for the amount of storage that this has, and have an automation for turning this farm on and off. So don't go anywhere. right about 5 minutes is all I need to feed the cats and make sure that Maximus eats. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.